Back in NBA 2K20, one of the most popular builds I posted was a Bill Russell build. An undersized center that had extreme athleticism, dominated the glass, and was a defensive monster, both in the paint and on the perimeter. I wanted to bring that back in NBA 2K25 and have a unique build on a game where it seems like everybody just wants to score, they want to shoot, they want to dribble, they want to dunk, they want to be the main guy on offense. But what about the teammates that want to do the dirty work? They want to just win games by impacting in other ways, and Bill Russell was the ultimate winner with 11 rings. This is the NBA 2K25 Bill Russell build.
The NBA season is just around the corner, and what if I told you you could be making money this NBA season just by using your sports knowledge? Well, you're going to want to check out the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is simple. First, you select your sport, then you pick the category within that sport. Right now, we're looking at points per game average this NBA season, and then you have to decide which player you select and if they're going to go more or less than the prediction in those categories. As you start to select your players, you'll look over here on the right side, and you'll see the more picks you get right, the more money you're going to make. PrizePicks is available in over 30 states, and if you use my code to sign up for PrizePicks today, they will give you an instant $50 in free play when you place your first $5 lineup. Age restrictions apply. Please play responsibly. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. Bill Russell, left-handed. I would put number 6, but it's been retired by the entire NBA, so you can't get it. Choose whatever number you want. Moving on. Center position, 6'9", 250 pounds, max wingspan, 7'5". Now, I know some people are going to say 6'9" is too small for a center. I understand. But again, the point of the build is it's an undersized center build. And you can certainly hold your own against the big fellas, and you're going to see just why in a second. Now, you are undersized, so one of the advantages you're going to have on this build is the fact that you are much faster than the opposing team's big man. We got 80 speed, we got 72 agility, we're going to have 92 strength, and then here's the big one right here. To go with the 99 rebound we're going to have, you're going to have 90 vertical. 90 vertical. I know it sounds crazy, but when you see the way this build snags, you're going to understand why. Now, when I say 99 rebound, of course, we have our cap breakers. So we're going to go 94. 94, and then we're going to use 5 cap breakers to push this to 99. That's going to get you legend rebound chaser, legend pogo stick, and this build flies through the air to get rebounds. It's not only really good, but it's really fun, especially when you're playing against a bigger build and you're getting some crazy snag animations over them, and then you're able to beat them down the court, get a dunk on the other end. It's literally a Bill Russell type of build, a build that's going to defend, rebound, use his intangibles and just winning ability to just make winning plays in terms of his playmaking. And he's not a great shooter, a great scorer, anything like that, but the man won 11 championships, and granted it was 2,000 years ago, but that's who we're basing the build off, and that's exactly what this build is. Snagging rebounds all day long, second most rebounds in NBA history. D-board, we're going to put this up to 80. You don't gain anything badge-wise, obviously, but we just wanted to hit that 80 defensive rebound threshold. Now, interior defense is going to be 88. That's going to get you gold post-move lockdown. So if you do face off against some of those bigger post-scorer builds, you can go for the strips. You're not just going to be getting tossed out of the way because you got high strength, high post-move lockdown, and then you're going to have a high block rating with max wingspan. You're going to be able to give those bigger builds fits, despite the fact that obviously they have the size advantage. You're going to be able to hold your own because of your athleticism, and then you have the advantage with the speed to be running pick and roll, quick slip into the hoop, all that type of stuff. Block rating, 93 block rating. That's gold paint patroller. You can use your badge max +1 to put this to half, which I do sometimes. You also, like I said, have the legend pogo stick once you use your cap breakers on your rebound, and then you have Hall of Fame high flying denier, which is basically chase down artist. This build gets crazy blocks. You're slapping stuff off the glass all day long. You get your hand on a lot of balls in the paint. You're going to be blocking shots, like I said, giving people fits, giving post scorers fits, even those bigger builds. They go up, they think it's sweet because you look like a smaller player. And listen, this build is everything but sweet. It is literally Bill Russell. You're going to be making plays, winning plays on the defensive end. Perimeter defense. One thing that you have an advantage with this build at center is you can switch on to perimeter players. You got the 72 agility, and then you're going to have 84 perimeter. So that's silver challenger, gold immovable, gold off ball, bronze on ball menace, and bronze pick dodger. So obviously your goal on this build is to protect the paint, but if you have to guard a perimeter player, you can certainly hold your own. You're going to be getting bumpy. You're going to be getting shot contest. You're going to be doing a whole lot of things on the defensive end that your teammates are going to love you for. And I feel like playing defense is like a dying art on 2K. teammate, man. Like, people always just want to have the ball and score and shoot, and I understand, but everybody loves a good defender on their team, and that's exactly what this build is. Moving on to the steal. 73 steal gets you the silver interceptor, but there's been a lot of tests done that 75 steal gets you better lane animations, and since it's so cheap to just go from 73 to 75, we had a couple attributes left over. We slapped ours onto 75, and with the long arms, the high speed, you are hawking lanes on this build. You can bait people, you can play two, you can guard the slip. You're gonna be hawking lanes all day long, especially if you got the stick skill. If you got thumbs and you're clicking buttons at the right time, you're gonna be making plays not only in the paint, on the perimeter, but also in the passing lanes, which ultimately that's gonna change games for you and your team. Moving on to the pass accuracy. We're gonna have Hoff break starter. That's 93 pass, but we're gonna go 92 pass and then use our cat breaker that we received from hitting level 40 in season 2 to get the Hoff break starter. But to go along with that, you got silver bailout, you got Hoff dimer. You could even use your tier 2 badge max +1 to put the dimer to legend. This is a build that's just built to win. It's built to help your teammates excel, and then you're doing all the dirty work, which is what Bill Russell was all about. So that's exactly what this build is. Moving on to the finishing. Now, Bill Russell was not a great scorer. He was not a great shooter, which is why this is a pure inside build. You know, back in 2K20, I did slap some three-pointer on mine, and we went crazy with that 47 three-pointer. This year, I didn't try to do that. You could tweak the build and obviously do that if you would like, but Bill Russell was not a dominant player. You're not throwing it into the post and hoping that he gets you a bucket, but he was athletic and he could get you a bucket down low if he needed to occasionally. So we're gonna have 73 dunk to get bronze posterized. You're also gonna unlock a bunch of dunk packages, park dunks, a lot of athletic dunk packages that as you set that screen and roll to the hoop, and as long as you're playing with a guard who wants to hunt for a three or hunt for a midi fade on the twos, you're gonna have open slips because of how quickly you can slip, and then you got the athleticism to finish, as you can see in these clips. Moving on to the standing dunk. The standing dunk is going to be very important. We're gonna have 72. Now I know it sounds very low, right? You're like, you're a center, you should have 90, you should have 85, you should have 95. I get it, but this is a defense build. This is a build built around Bill Russell. Bill Russell was not a build that you're gonna dump it down to and he's just gonna mash people out. That wasn't his game. He was doing dribble handoffs, setting his teammates up with assists, and more importantly, controlling the glass and making the plays on defense to win games. So this build with the 72 standing, as bronze rise up, and you're gonna be able to, when you roll to the hoop, throw it down. Even if you need to kind of wiggle your left stick and get enough space, you can still get good standing dunk animations, get the old board, go back up, throw it down. You just gotta do it at the right times. And there is a little bit of skill behind it. I know it sounds crazy, like, Joe, all you have to do is hold the dunk button. I get it, but there is a timing to it and a little bit of skill to make this type of finishing work, man. But this is my Bill Russell build, 6'9" center. You're gonna see it gets compared to like a Ben Wallace type, which I think is a good comparison in terms of like, Bill Russell and his play style and whatnot. But as you can see, playmaking defensive anchor, Bill Russell build. If you're looking for more of an offensive, big man, dominant type of center build, that Shaq build right there is a force to be reckoned with. Go check it out.